Look, the book that really changed my life was not a book at all, but a set of stories that my mother told me, an oral book, if you like. And she told me stories about our family history going right back to our convict ancestor who came out in 1806. And although, like most Philistine children, I glazed over while she was telling me those stories, over and over again, I might add, finally, in the end, I realised the treasure that she had given me, because they have generated the last 3 books that I've written. The Colonial Trilogy sprang straight out of my mother's story, and I bless her for telling them so many times that I finally remembered them.
The book that really kind of had a very strong impact on me when I saw how you could change attitudes was The Women's Room by Marilyn French, which I think it was the 60s or the 70s that came out, which really illustrated that, there'd been very strong feminist books like, Germaine Greer and Simone de Beauvoir's Second Sex, but that just showed how an ordinary housewife, an ordinary woman like me, didn't have to kind of live the life that we were expected to, that you could walk alone and do your own thing, so to speak. And I think probably I took that to heart quite a bit and decided that I walked away from the safe job and wanted to be a writer, so I thought I'd try.
A book that changed my life would probably be something I read really early on that made me laugh and laugh, which was a Kurt Vonnegut novel, Slaughterhouse-Five, which isn't entirely funny, but when I read it and I was young enough, I didn't sort of understand the more serious content. I just fell in love with his voice, with how ribald and free and swinging between different tones it was, and I just will never forget that reading experience. It was really pretty inspiring.
When I was 11 years old, the only book I was prohibited from reading by my parents was the book that my mum had to teach for high school English. And so that's the only book I really, really wanted to read. And it was A Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich by Alexander Solzhenitsyn. And, I'm not pretending I understood it, but on page 1, a man is in a Soviet gulag trying to catch an insect to eat it. Now, for an 11-year-old boy, this is fantastic. And it taught me, wow, look how easy it is to impress adults. And I think that, as near as I can put it down to one book, that possibly changed my life.